for help, you don't want to just have this just go ahead and do it type of flip it answer. You want somebody that really, really will help you. So I believe that will require teachers to just check in and figure out, well, how do they learn? Because we understand, even as adults, that there are different learning styles. Some of us learn by watching. Some of us learn by hearing. Some of us learn better when we are able to get in it and do it and put our hands in it. So when we don't understand something, we need our teachers to come in and really sit down and figure out, how does that child learn best? Would that child benefit from being partnered up with someone that's stronger? Or would that child be served best to have, sometimes being helped though, Brooke, requires a little extra work. Are you willing to put in the work? Mm-hmm. If the students are willing to put in the work, we definitely can teach. So what have you ever asked your teacher for help, Brenna?
Yes.
And what did you ask for help on? Do you remember?
Math.
Math? Okay. That's why you're so good, because you ask for help. Key. That's a key. All those little people, all those big people out there listening. To ask for help is helping yourself. That is one of the easiest ways to show effort, is to just let people know, I need a little bit of help. So when you ask for help, did you get the help that you needed, Brenna?
Well, she gave me Unifix cues, but those didn't really work.
They didn't work?
But then I asked for help again, but she told me to figure it out myself.
She told you to figure it out yourself? Well, we can look at that with a couple different schools of thought. Well, first, she gives you something that doesn't necessarily work for you. So you ask for more help, which is good. We don't ever want you all to stop asking for help, right? Never stop asking for help. But like I just told Brooke, we've got to put in the work. So once you get that, did you feel like you were doing all you needed to do, Brenna? Were you giving 100%? Were you pushing hard? Are you nodding your head? Do you have a bell on your head? I can't hear you nod. So were you giving it 100%?
Yes.
You think you were giving it 100%? Well, cool. And when that happens, sometimes we have to pull in our parents. Sometimes the teacher's limited. We will accept that sometimes the teacher is limited on the help that can be provided in the classroom setting. And we thank all of our educators. And that's when we have to partner with our parents. So now this is going to be the parent portion, where we tell you, parents, we've talked to the teachers. We said, engage our children. Pull our children in. Don't give up on our children. Don't just tell our children that they need to figure it out, because we know that discourages a person when we don't understand. And sometimes fear, even for adults, when you're scared you're going to fail, it sometimes paralyzes you and shuts you down, and you don't want to do anything. Do you agree, Brooke?
Yes.
Yeah? So we're now going to the parents' part of the responsibility of making this an amazing school year. What do you need to do, Brooke, to make this an amazing school year on your end?
Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble. Oh, we're going to talk about that. Okay, stay out of trouble. I need to write that down, because we got to talk about staying out of trouble, because that is important. What do you need from your mom and your dad to help you with this school year?
Nothing really.
Nothing,
Just
really?
for them to sign my papers.
Just sign my papers, Mom. But you have to give them to her, right?
Yeah.
You have to give them to her. And what about you, Brenna? How can your parents help you succeed this school year?
Maybe
She's thinking.
when I first get home
Mm-hmm.
to do my homework.
When you first get home to do your homework. So Brenna said she needs a little structure. When she gets home, she wants a little structure to just be set down, get her homework, and get it done. We might need to make her sign a contract. What do you think, Brooke?
Yeah.
Because these words are going to come back to bite her, right? But she said it, and you know what? That's true. I tell you, no matter how much we like to have fun, Do you agree we also like to have rules and organization?
Yes.
When things are chaotic, it kind of becomes overwhelming. Have you ever been in a situation where things are just so chaotic that it almost becomes too much? So, mom, dad, those great mommy aunties and uncle daddies and all those people out there helping our kids, they ask for structure. They may not know how to articulate it, they may not know how to say it, but they want to be instructed and guided so that they can perform at their best. They don't want to run wild. They do think they do sometimes, but they don't want to run wild because running wild sometimes lead us into trouble, which Brooke talked about. Brooke said she wants to stay out of trouble. Brooke, did you get in trouble last year? She's smiling, so we're going to say she may have misstepped a couple of times. How did you recover? Because the thing about trouble is it's easy to get into, hard to get out of, but we've all made some little blunders. So how did you recover from being in trouble?
I apologized to the people that I was being mean to, and I just didn't do it anymore.
And she, oh my goodness, she said the best two things that you could ever say. She said, one, I apologized, and then the biggest part of an apology is not to do it again. I think that's wise beyond her years. Once again, some adults don't grasp that concept. They'll apologize and go and do it again. But she said she apologized and did not do it again. Did anybody hold you accountable? What did your parents think about when you got in? Did your parents know you got in trouble?
Yes.
What did they say?
Well, some of it wasn't my fault, and then some of it was. So they just told me not to do it no more, so I don't get in more trouble.
Don't aggravate the situation. Is that what they told you?
Yes.
Don't keep stirring the pot. Very good, very good. And once again, for our parents, we have to hold our babies accountable. We love them, but we know that correction is love. Correction is love. What if I let you run out in the street, Brenna? Would you think that I loved you?
No.
No! So if I don't make you do your schoolwork and encourage you to get good grades, that doesn't look a lot like love, does it? I can't hear your bell in your head.
No.
She has this really, really cute little, what do you call it,
Bun
on her head, and I think she thinks that it makes a sound. But, so Brenna, when you're being told to do things that you may not necessarily want to do at the time, you're going to be able to say one day, or if you sit down and think long enough, that was love. Mommy, daddy, that was love. They gave me love to make sure that I'm the best me. Do you agree?
Yes.
You're going to remember that when you're told to do something you don't want to do and you want to go stomping and whining?
Yes.
I'm going to call and check. Well, that is good. That is amazing. Well, I tell you, so parents, these are a couple steps that you can do. One, get involved. Make sure you're involved in the lives of your children. When they get home, don't be so busy ripping and running. Take time. Look them in the eyes before they leave the house. Look them in the eyes when they get home. See what they have to say. See what they have to share. Sometimes they'll say nothing. Sometimes they'll say everything. But we have to take the time. I tell you, I remember when I was serving as an auntie mommy, and I had a couple of things in. Do you remember Keyshawn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Keyshawn lived with me, and I also facilitated a prayer line. And the prayer line was kind of the same time that Keyshawn left the house. So I'm on the prayer line, so I'm shushing him while he's getting ready, but making him be quiet, and I'm waving at him from the door and scooting him out. And I was so strongly convicted. And convicted means God kind of jolted me. He just gave me a little nudge to say, hey, are you doing what's right? And while I thought I was doing what's right because I was on the prayer line, I mean, how much righter could you get, right? But we're supposed to make sure that our home is in order first before we go out and try to love the other people. You got to love the people in your house. And I had been failing my nephew by sending him out. I may cover him in prayer on the phone and say, I watch over him through the day, whatever. But there was nothing more that I'm sure that he valued than before he left, that I looked him in his really, really cute face and told him to have a good day. That he probably valued more That was going to be the lesson. So I did what Brooke did. I apologized and changed the way I did things because that was important. That was important. So mommies, daddies, those that have that interface with our babies, you have to look at them in the eye. We've got to put down technology. We got to tap back into what's important and let them know that they're our number one priority under God. We have to have that structure. So I encourage you to tap in. Make sure you're checking on your child at school. You don't hear from the teacher? Hey, be proactive. Be the thing that we tell the children to be. Take initiative. Do you ever hear take initiative, Brooke? People tell you to take initiative?
Yes.
Hey, parents, we want you to take initiative. You haven't heard from the teacher. You haven't heard from the school. Don't just assume that no news is good news. Get in there. Show up. Let them know your face. Because what we do know about most schools is the face that they remember, for whatever reason, they just kind of take better care of our kids because they're not a forgotten child. They're not neglected. So it's just human behavior, that one person that we never see their parent, we just kind of let them fall between the cracks. So we don't want anybody falling through the cracks. So those out there that are in those parental roles, we encourage you to take the time and just ask how you're doing. What's going on? How was school? And Brooke, you said something that I want to ask about, but I'm going to ask you off air to see if I can ask you on air. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Brooke's like, uh-oh. But, Brenna, we're going to go on a brief break. What do you want to tell the people as we go on break? What do you want them to know? Do you have a goal for this year? Do you have a goal for this school year? What is it?
To get the best grades I can.
To get the best grades she can. That's good. So once again, parents, ask about our goals. What do we want to do so we can know how to help you? So Brenna's going to make great grades, the best grades she can. She's going to give 100% effort though, right?
Yes.
You're not going to do something and say, I did the best I can. And you didn't really do it, did you? Are you?
No.
No? Okay, well, let's take a little break. Let's listen to India Irie, I Choose. We're going to get our groove on up in here for a minute, but you're still plugged into 108 Praise Radio, Voicing the Gospel. You're with the loving LeAnn.